All right, and we're live. Cool. So this is going to be my first live stream over here. So welcome, Undroppables Nation. This is gonna be exciting. I'm gonna do a live Ball Mania draft for you guys, just to share my process, show you guys how I draft in these best ball drafts, especially when we're trying to win that $1 million at the top of the draft. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen, and we're just gonna go straight into it. Let's share this screen. Okay, cool. I see my screen right there. Sweet. Okay, so let's go ahead and enter the draft. $25 deducted from your balance. Yes, let's go. I think this is our 25th, maybe 26th Best Ball Mania draft. We have 4 spots waiting for 4 people. And so kind of how I'm going to go about in doing this. I did this earlier today, and it wasn't using the actual website. It's not the best experience in terms of drafting, but in order to stay on the StreamYard, got to use this sort of format. But basically what I'm going to be doing is I built this Undroppables database. And what this has is it has all of the different data that I work with for fantasy football. As you can see, there's a ton of different tabs. A lot of them have historical stats, historical data. A lot of those have been pulled from Pro Football Reference. And then we also have a good deal of model inputs in here as well. And so these orange tabs that are a part of the Undroppables database actually are my model outputs. And so I build XGBoost machine learning fantasy football models. I post about them on Twitter every now and then. You can follow me on Twitter at Joshua J. Hyun, and that's right in my name tag on the screen. But I'll just be sharing with you guys how I combine my model outputs with best ball strategy. And I hope you guys enjoy what we have in store today. We're waiting on one person to get this draft underway. But I'm hoping to do this at least a few times a week. The title of the show is A Best Ball Draft a Day Keeps the Doctor Away. So let's do a best ball draft today. I'm going to have some people join the show. I'm going to bring Chalk onto here, our leader at the Undroppables. So really excited to bring him on the show. I want to bring Josh Larkey onto the show. That should be really cool. Going to bring Blake Hampton on here as well. Just some guys that are like really, really sharp in the fantasy football analytics space. And hopefully just to grow and like gain more exposure to this show. And build more of a following to the Undroppables YouTube and Twitter. So with our draft starting in about 10 seconds, I have the 108. So let me think about this really quick. So at the 108, let's see. Got my Corona with a lime. I'm on vacation. All right, we're live in the draft. Let's see. Can I have the volume up? Okay. So I'm going to be targeting Austin Eckler here. He's actually the top guy. Other than I would love to have Cooper Kupp at 108, but I highly, highly doubt he falls to me at 108. So I'm going to be targeting Austin Eckler here. So the way that we read these outputs is this one column is actually the probability that a player reaches 15 fantasy points per game in the season. And so as you can see, a lot of these guys have a higher chance of scoring higher than 15 fantasy points per game than not. And we want in our early rounds, we want to have that security, that safety in drafting an elite fantasy asset. And elite fantasy assets always score greater than 15 fantasy points per game. Obviously, we want the guys that are scoring 20 fantasy points per game, like Cooper Kupp's season last year. You were able to get him in the 3rd round of drafts last year. That's absurd. Okay, one thing I'm noticing right now, we're getting a little bit of a run at receiver. We had 4 receivers go back to back to back to back in the 1st round. So a little bit of RB value. Hopefully Austin Eckler makes it to us. If not, I think we're going to be going with Derrick Henry. Okay, Austin Eckler has fallen to us. That is wonderful. So we're just going to hit the draft button on Austin Eckler. We've got our top running back secured. I think that we might be trying to shift towards a hero RB build here. And because we got a Chargers player, that's awesome. Love the AFC West. I'm going to be trying to get as many AFC West players as possible. So Austin Eckler 108, lock it in. I'm a huge fan of Austin Eckler this season. He's going to get all the targets. He's going to get all the touches. Isaiah Spiller might take a little bit of work away from Austin Eckler, but it's only going to help Eckler in terms of season-long longevity, making sure that he stays healthy throughout the year. But okay, jumping back into the draft. Okay, so we got Najee Harris, Dalvin Cook, Travis Kelce. Hopefully, never mind. Okay, Devontae Adams does not fall into us. Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Derrick Henry, JT Debo. Maybe. Damn. Okay. If one of these 4 running backs fall, or one of them is gonna fall, damn. Maybe we'll go RB to start the draft. Receivers are flying off the board though. Austin Eckler. Maybe we'll just go hyper fragile running back build. So this is one of the big things with these best ball drafts. You kind of have to adjust with how the room is drafting. I'm going to go Aaron Jones here, top guy off the board. Love Aaron Jones this season. We're going to go with the hyper fragile running back build. Go RB to start the draft. Aaron Jones should explode this season. If you haven't seen the splits that Aaron Jones puts up when Devontae Adams is not on the field, I highly suggest you check those out. In a lot of my redraft leagues last year, I took Aaron Jones in the 1st round. Aaron Jones is an elite fantasy asset. He was putting up high caliber numbers every single season he's been in the league. There was that hashtag free Aaron Jones chant going on for a while. He's been freed. He doesn't even have Devontae Adams on the field anymore. Aaron Jones is going to be a smash at ADP. And I love starting my draft off with Austin Eckler and Aaron Jones. That's killer. So let's just keep on going. Hopefully one of these top receivers is still there at our next pick. We don't pick until 308, so it's another like 10 picks. So we'll just see how it goes. Okay, so Cooper Kupp, Austin Eckler. We got Eckler. Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill is gone as well, right? Yeah, Tyreek Hill is gone. Okay, so I haven't been keeping up with this. I said that I would, so I'm just getting a little bit distracted because it's my first time streaming. So bear with me as I get used to doing this, but this is kind of how I typically do my fantasy drafts. All of these guys have been taken. Has Mark Andrews been taken? Yeah, Andrews is gone. Okay. Ooh, hopefully AJ Brown. Actually, I hope Big Mike falls to me. Joe Mixon, Mark Andrews, T got taken. Okay. David Montgomery has not been taken. So those guys, Stephon Diggs, Nick Chubb, DeAndre Swift. We're 6 picks away. So who's the top receiver off the board? Mike Evans definitely got taken. Najee, Dalvin, all those guys are gone. I was talking about this a little bit earlier when I was doing a recording. Ooh, Michael Pittman, 301. That's a spicy take. Kamara, 26. Okay, Kamara's gone as well. Part of the art of these best ball drafts, kind of got to get a little bit lucky. You need your guys to fall, especially when you're trying to stack some of these guys. Ooh, Nick Chubb is slipping. Okay, well, hopefully Mike Williams slips to us. But our backup plan, if Mike Williams does not slip, is to smash on AJ Brown there, another one of our top guys. If they both get taken, Nick Chubb is perfectly fine. I'm fine starting running back. ETN, okay. So oh shit. Okay, fingers crossed. AJ Brown and Mike Williams would be huge here. Don't think I want to take Josh Allen right here, but I might be forced to. Okay. Damn, this dude's going to take A.J. Brown, isn't he? That's really going to suck. I might pivot and go Kyle Pitts if he takes A.J. Brown. I think Kyle Pitts is set to smash this season. He had one of the generational tight end rookie seasons. It's very, very rare for a rookie tight end to put up over 1,000 yards. Let's go. All right, we got A.J. Brown. Let me do a little bit of a talk on A.J. Brown because I'm super hyped to get A.J. Brown here at the 308. This is the latest I've ever seen A.J. Brown get taken in one of these best ball drafts. I'm sure he's been taken later than that before, but I'm just super hyped to get him this far back. But starting off the draft, Austin Eckler, Aaron Jones, A.J. Brown, that kind of like sets the strategy for how we're going to be drafting the rest of the draft. We're going for those hyper correlated week 17 matchups. So I'm going to be looking to get guys like Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, Jalen Hurts for that week 17 matchup against the Saints. It's going to be in Philly, so there's potential for it to be cold, for it to be snowy, but that's way too far out for us to even like try to predict. And so I'm just going to be going for that game. I think that it could be a high-powered, high-flying game between Jalen Hurts and Jameis Winston. So there's even some bring-back options. There's some Hayden Winks over at Underdog. He puts out some of these articles where he talks about the bring-back option of because you want the hyper-correlated week 17 boom weeks, you get a better chance by targeting a single game, because if, let's say, one team's wide receiver one puts up 30 points, it is very, very probable that the other team's wide receiver one is also going to put up at least 20 fantasy points. So you want to be targeting those games. You want to be targeting those correlated outcomes. Oh, shit. I'm on the clock already. Okay. Ooh. Jalen Waddle. Give me Jalen Waddle. Okay. Oh my God, I love this draft so far. This is a great first stream draft. Okay, so I have not been keeping up with this. I'm sorry, guys. This is going to take some getting used to. But I'm just super hyped about my draft so far, so I'm just going to keep on going. Mike Williams got taken. I got the boy, Jalen Waddle, down here. He's ranked at number 29. I'm going to put this in green. That's our guy. We also got our guy, Austin Eckler, up here. We're 13 picks away, so we got some time. Okay. Let's see. Who else did we get? We got Jalen Waddle. We got A.J. Brown. Where's our boy A.J. Brown? Oh, he right here. Damn, we got both of them. Whew. Oh, man, I'm buzzing. This is hype. Okay. Who else did we get? We got Eckler. We got Aaron Jones, the boy. Where's Aaron Jones on this list? Damn. All right. So with our first four picks, we have 4 guys in our top 32 ranked players. That is huge. I kind of like to read this just based off ADP. And so like I'm trying to build a portfolio of players. It's going to be basically, I'm going to try to do 100 best ball drafts in Best Ball Mania. Best Ball Mania, we have a potential to win $1 million. That is huge. Obviously, I don't expect to win $1 million. I don't even expect to win $10,000. But I'm doing this for fun. I love playing fantasy football. I love building models just to try to give myself an edge. I've been playing fantasy football since I was in 3rd grade, and I've loved it ever since. I'll still never forget way back when I was in like 3rd grade. I traded with like my dad's friend. I traded Cadillac Williams for like Marshawn Lynch in like his rookie year, and Marshawn Lynch exploded and Cadillac Williams tore his ACL and is out for the year, and I was buzzing the rest of the season. I won the league, so that was super, super hype, and it's made me a degenerate ever since. So degenerate since 3rd grade. I'm living it up out here, and I'm just so hyped to be starting my draft off this way. But okay, back to the draft. We got A.J. Brown. We're going to be trying to target Jalen Hurts. Let's see. What pick do we have? We have 508 at pick 56. We have 605 at pick 65. Jalen Hurts has an ADP of 62.3. Let's just add him into the queue just to see where he's going to go. We also want Tua. Since we have Jalen Waddle, we want to get that week 17 stack. I think the Dolphins play the Patriots in week 17. Ooh, let me check on my phone real quick if that is going to be in Miami. Because if it is, oh no, that's not in Miami. That's going to be in New England. Okay, I was going to say if it's in Miami, like we definitely want to be targeting that game super heavy because the Dolphins always beat the Patriots in Miami. So whenever that week is, just like bet on the Dolphins. I don't know it off the top of my head. Okay, so we can see in this draft, quarterbacks are kind of slipping. Justin Herbert's even here at pick 56. Oh, pick 55. Oh, shit. No, Jalen Hurts got taken. Okay, fuck. This guy. Okay, I got to take Herbert. I'm going to take Herbert, stack him with Austin Eckler. Looks like we're going to be targeting the Chargers versus the Rams game now. So this is what I'm talking about. Got to be flexible in these drafts. The second that one thing doesn't happen, you can't dwell on it. You can't be upset about it. No way. All right, well, I'm a little bit upset about it. That sucks. Okay, Patty. Do we take Patty? Damn. This is tough. Okay, fuck it. I'm taking Kittle. I'm really high on Kittle this year. I think getting him all the way down here at pick 508, and one of my 10 commandments of best ball is I don't have them all built out, so it's not a finalized 10 commandments list, but one of those commandments is draft an elite tight end. Those guys are going to get you the spike weeks. George Kittle, I saw Hayden Winks tweeted this out. George Kittle may not have the highest average points per game, but nobody has more 30-plus points per game at the tight end position than George Kittle. George Kittle has the potential to score you 40 in a week. He's just an elite asset in fantasy. And so what we're working with right now, Jesus Christ, I love this team. Oh, I really wish I could have gotten Herbert. That would have been sick. But okay, Eckler, Aaron Jones, A.J. Brown, Jalen Waddle, George Kittle. Okay, again, now we're shifting gears again because we got George Kittle. Probably the most correlated two positions in fantasy football are quarterback and tight end. So because of that, tight end spike weeks equals quarterback spike weeks equals tight end spike weeks. We need to get George Kittle's quarterback. We've missed out on our two stacks already. We missed out on the Jalen Hurts stack and the Justin Herbert stack. I thought I was going to be able to get Jalen Hurts, especially because his ADP was a little bit lower. Oh, we're on the clock. Looks like we're taking Kyler. That is actually fine with me. Wow, these live streams. This is tough. Let me tell you that. But we get auto-drafted Kyler Murray, which I am completely okay with. Would I have taken anyone else here? Damn, I would have taken Elijah Moore if I was able to make that pick. I would not have taken Kyler Murray, but I'm fine with taking Kyler Murray. We'll probably try to stack Zach Ertz with him a little bit later in the draft just so we can get those correlated spike weeks. But Kyler Murray should be an elite asset at the fantasy position. Oh, man. I really wish I was paying attention to the draft. But, hey, this is a learning lesson. This is a live stream first lesson. I'm excited to, autopilot oh no's. That's right. Okay. I didn't even see we got the chat here. This is cool. Okay. Yeah. Remember the George Kittle one. That's definitely one that you're going to want to be taking into your drafts. And especially if you can get George Kittle in the 5th round, that's huge. If you can get 2 running backs, 2 receivers all settled out before you can take George Kittle, he's going to offer you those spike week potential. I don't expect Elijah Moore to be there at our next pick. Let's see who else we got. So some of the other guys we're going to want to be targeting. Chris Godwin should be. Where's Chris Godwin? Oh, did he get drafted? Is Chris Godwin still there? Judy, Brandon. Yeah, Godwin got taken in the 5th. Jesus, we're flying through this draft. I'm not paying attention at all. I got to do a better job with this. Okay, we're 7 picks away. We got 2 running backs. We got 2 receivers. Okay, let's think. Who does San Francisco? Ooh, okay. San Francisco plays the Raiders in Week 17. So hopefully Hunter Renfrow falls to us. Trey Lance. Damn. Okay, this is another balancing game piece because we have Kyler Murray. I don't know if we want to be taking Trey Lance this quickly. Actually, I'm not going to be taking Trey Lance in my next pick, but I want to be taking Hunter Renfrow here. D-Hop. Okay, D-Hop just got taken. Okay, I don't even have to think about that. Hunter Renfrow finished last season as the wide receiver 12. He just added Devontae Adams to his offense, so there should be more touchdowns available. He's going into his 4th year. Derek Carr should be even more elevated than he already was, getting Josh McDaniels. So I am excited for. Sure, let's go shot taking. Okay, I'm excited for this Las Vegas offense. Again, I think I said this at the beginning of the pod, or this is the pod, beginning of the live stream. We want to be getting as many of those AFC West players as possible. So Hunter Renfrow, there's a little bit of correlation with. That's so sad. Okay, looks like we got to pivot again. We don't have our 3rd receiver. Trey Lance got taken. Don't necessarily need to be taking Ayuk here. Okay, I think I'm going to take my guy, Antonio Gibson. He's getting drafted as the RB25, which is super, super late. Antonio Gibson, he is a great football player. In his rookie season, he finished as the RB12. All right, let me just pay attention real quick because I don't want to pull off what I did a few rounds ago where I accidentally auto-drafted Kyler Murray. Damn, I have just studs at every position in this draft. If Michael Thomas falls to me too, that would be insane. But Antonio Gibson, he finished RB12 in his rookie season. Finished as RB13 in his rookie season. His second season, he finishes as RB12. So he's finished at RB13 and RB12 in his career. He's still learning the running back position. He got drafted in the 3rd round. He played receiver/running back at Memphis. And then he comes into the league, is just an absolute stud. And people think that he's going to fall all the way to RB25. I don't think so. Antonio Gibson is one of those just elite players. I'm not scared at all about Brian Robinson. A lot of people have been talking, Brian Robinson, guy from Bama, ran for a ton of yards and touchdowns last season. He's going to take all of Antonio Gibson's red zone work. He's going to take all of the touches. No. I'm a Washington fan. I watched this guy. He played all of last season on a broken leg. So first of all, that in its own right is just insane. And then he comes in and he's going to be fully healthy this year. He even said last year he was a little bit overweight, weighing in at like 236. So he's going to work on being a little bit slimmer this season. All right, let me pay attention real quick. We got AJ Brown. I'm going to take Chris Olave. I am just absolutely over the moon on Chris Olave. You've seen every Antonio Gibson game, Johannes? Yes. Antonio Gibson is awesome. I've been to several of the Washington Commanders games, and he just looks like an absolute beast out there. I can't believe people are discounting. He has turf toe. Yeah, he had turf toe last season too. He battled through so many injuries, and he still finished as the RB12. Like, that is absurd to me. And people think that he's just going to go away. He had 1,000 rushing yards last year. He had the 8th most rushing yards out of any player in the NFL last season. So I don't understand where this huge discount is coming from, where I can get him all the way down at pick 80. There's never been a fantasy season in recent history where you can get these elite players this late in drafts. So I'm just super shocked that I'm getting this much of a discount on a player like Antonio Gibson. But hey, I'm not complaining. I will take all the Antonio Gibson that I can. Okay, a little bit of talk on Chris Olave. So I was a huge fan of Chris Olave at Ohio State. Chris Olave, he offers that correlation with AJ Brown. Hopefully, because I keep getting sniped on my quarterbacks, hopefully I can get Jameis Winston. But Chris Olave was an elite player at Ohio State. There was a lot of talks Garrett Wilson is the wide receiver 1 at Ohio State. He's the wide receiver 1 of his team. He's the wide receiver 1 in the NFL draft. That is all nonsense. Chris Olave, in my eyes, was always the better player. He always showed up in the big games, and that's something that Garrett Wilson didn't do for me. Whenever I would watch Ohio State in the big games, like the college football playoff, college football championship, it was Chris Olave making the big plays, not Garrett Wilson. So I am really excited to see what Chris Olave can do with the Saints. Jameis Winston, he's had a 5,000-yard season. He's had a 30-touchdown season. So with Michael Thomas potentially still coming back from that ankle injury, I follow Dr. Jesse Morse on Twitter. If you don't follow him already, I highly suggest you give him a follow. He does some really good injury analysis. So he like looks at the videos, the tape that the players put out. Okay, 1 second. Let me get back to that. I got to pay attention right here. Okay, Dallas Goedert's fallen here. Treylon Burks has also fallen. Ooh. Treylon Burks or Tyler Lockett. I hope this guy helps me make my pick. Take one of them. I don't want to have to choose. I don't have to choose. Come on. Or actually, just let them both fall to me. I think I got to take Tyler Lockett. I mean, he's the safer pick. Okay, whatever. I'll take Treylon Burks. Damn, this was happening early too. Whenever I would talk about a player, they would get sniped the second that I start talking about them. So I was about to say Tyler Lockett is getting drafted. What receiver is he getting drafted as? Pick 103, like wide receiver 49. Holy cow, that's late. Yeah, in the past like 5-6 years, Tyler Lockett has been one of the best fantasy assets. So he is set up to just absolutely smash at ADP. I think Geno Smith is going to win the starting job in Seattle. I don't think it's going to be Drew Lock. And Geno Smith, when he was the starter, he targeted Tyler Lockett at a pretty high rate. I think Tyler Lockett had like a 25% target share. And we know the type of playmaker is Tyler Lockett is when he has the ball in his hands. So I'm really excited to you noticed my rookie receiver lead production hit rates. Well, that's awesome. I'm really happy that people are noticing that model. And my model loved Chris Olave. Chris Olave was my rookie wide receiver 1. That's why I'm taking him in this draft. And kind of another point on best ball. Last year's league winning wide receiver was Amon-Ra St. Brown, a rookie wide receiver going into an area where there wasn't a whole lot of target competition. So all the targets were consolidated. So he was able to see that elite target share. This is tough. I don't like any of those receivers. Give me James Cook in the Buffalo offense. Oh, I have Kyler. Oh, fuck. Okay, never mind. We're going for the we're going to take Zach Ertz here. So the reason I take Zach Ertz, I wanted to take James Cook for a second, but I already have 2 rookies, and I haven't been drafting a whole lot of James Cook, but I really want to stack my quarterback with his tight end almost every single time. I think that's the way that you advance in these best ball tournaments. And Zach Ertz getting drafted all the way down here in the 10th round is pretty absurd, especially since he just signed that long-term contract. DeAndre Hopkins is going to be coming off suspension, so Zach Ertz is going to get 6 weeks of elite production. Maybe even Zach Ertz or George Kittle can fill into my flex spot. So I'm excited for my 2 tight ends. I definitely don't need to touch tight end anymore. The quarterback that I'm going to be targeting is probably going to be Tua. Tua or Jameis Winston, whoever falls to me. But okay, Derek Carr just got taken. Okay. So basically, like how I think about who was I even talking about before? I lost my train of thought. Whatever. We're going to jump onto a new topic. Right now, I'm just jumping all over the place. So hopefully in future live streams, it's going to be a little bit more focused. But I'll just interact with the chat a little bit. Okay. I was surprised Love had the highest ceilings but lowest floor. Yeah. So I don't like, it's hard to say from the rookie models, like who has the highest ceiling or the lowest floor. I mean, I think it's safe to say that the ceiling piece is there. And it wasn't necessarily that he had the lowest floor. He had the lowest floor out of the like the top 5, top 6, top 7 guys. But there were players, like obviously there were a ton of players that had much, much lower floors. But out of the first round rookie receivers, he did have the most risk tied to him, but he also had the highest ceiling. just based off of production profiles of players that profile similar to him over the past 8 years. So I'm expecting Chris Olave to really, really explode in that offense. I'm excited for Chris Olave. I've been talking about him a lot on the podcast. I think he's just going to be an elite player. Basically, the Saints traded away like a ton of draft picks just to take Chris Olave. They were super excited to take him. They even took him over Jameson Williams. And I'm even higher on Jameson Williams, actually. I hope that he falls to me, actually. He's there. Wide receiver 61. Okay. We're about to be back on the clock soon. And Wan'Dale Robinson, too. Yep. I'm hoping that I can get Wan'Dale Robinson in this draft as well. But do I have any guys coming off injury? No. Okay. So typically the mistake that I've made in previous drafts is I draft too many guys that are coming off that like won't be coming off the season healthy. So I have a lot of like Chris Godwin. I have a lot of Chris Godwin and Jameson Williams drafts. That's because I've just been taking Jameson Williams in pretty much every single draft that I've been in. But I'm super, super high on Jameson Williams. He's fallen to me again here in the 11th round. So I think Jameson Williams is just an absolute smash at his 11th round ADP. He offers just such an elite ceiling in fantasy football that everybody craves. And the fact that he's available all the way back here in the 11th round is mind-boggling to me. I know that people they don't love the fact that he is going to be coming off the pup, which he most likely will. So I'm not going to be able to get any production out of him for the first 6 weeks. But that's okay. I don't need any production from him for the first 6 weeks. I'm hoping that the other 8 receivers that I draft are going to be able to insulate my team for the first 6 weeks. And then once Jameson does see the field, he's going to absolutely smash. I'm drafting him at wide receiver 61. That is kind of absurd because he's going to offer such a league-winning upside, an elite ceiling once he does see the field. Back when he was at Alabama, every time that you watch Jameson Williams, every time he touches the ball, he looks like he can take it to the house. I'm super excited for Jameson Williams in Detroit. I think Jared Goff is going to lock onto him. He's going to first lock on to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Once Jameson Williams goes on the field, I think he's going to take that alpha dog share. So we'll see how it turns out, but I'm super excited for Jameson Williams. But Johannes, you mentioned Wan'Dale Robinson, another guy that I'm super high on. We'll see if I get him in this draft. I've been wary of Wan'Dale. Let's see who I can take. No, I don't want to get. Okay, so one thing that I'm also wary of is drafting the handcuff to the guy that I already got. So I would have taken Isaiah Spiller, but I already have Eckler, so I'm not going to be taking Isaiah Spiller because that's basically just hedging my bet, and we don't want to do that in these tournaments. So I think I'm going to be taking. I have so many rookie receivers already. We're going to take Darrell Henderson. Oh, no. Get it in. No. All right, we got Jarvis. That's fine. I'm fine with that too. Damn. This is why I don't like this web app, because like I'm trying to take Darrell Henderson and it's hard to pinpoint it, but whatever. I'm fine taking Jarvis Landry as well. I'll talk a little bit about Jarvis Landry. Jarvis Landry, I actually got him a little bit at a discount, but Jarvis Landry is just a dog. He's one of the hardest working players in the NFL. He gets on his teammates' asses because they're not working hard like him. And it's incredible that he's available all the way down here at wide receiver 63. He had like 4 or 5 years straight of just elite fantasy production. He had like 100 catches in 5 to 6 years in a row, or 4 to 5 years in a row. He's a perennial Pro Bowler, and then now he gets Jameis Winston. So I think that I'm going to have to draft Jameis Winston now that I already have Chris Olave and Jarvis Landry. I don't have Travis Lance. Okay. I am absolutely loving this team. I do have to get another running back, but I did go for more of a hyper fragile running back build, getting my 2 running backs early. So we can take a guy over here and just go with like a 4 running back build. I got Jarvis, Chris. Okay, I like the week 17 correlation that we're having here, because we have Philly and New Orleans guys. They are playing each other in week 17, so I'm hoping for that game to be a shootout. This is actually one of my favorite teams, my favorite Ball Mania teams, and it's funny that it's coming on the live stream. But But yeah, I guess we'll just keep going. Let's see. We have AJ Brown, Jalen Waddle, Chris Olave. Okay, we got Treylon, Tennessee. They play the Cowboys in Week 17. So we could be going for a little bit of Austin Hooper. Maybe we'll take Jalen Tolbert. If Jahan Dotson keeps slipping, I will definitely draft him. Okay, I'll get back to the rookie receiver concept in Best Ball Mania. So in Best Ball, we obviously want to be scoring as many points as possible. But if you advance to the playoffs, I think like your $25 investment wins you $35 if you lose in the first round of playoffs. So like I don't really care about winning like my $25 back. And then not winning anything else after that. The only thing I care about is trying to win the $1 million at the end of the league. And so the only way that you can do that is if you get the guys who are going to really pop at the end of the season. And the guys that really pop at the end of the season are rookie receivers. Those are the guys that start off the season slow. Okay, Jahan Dotson which got taken, but they start off the season slow because I do play Dynasty, Johannes, and that's actually what kind of got me more into the space. I love Dynasty. It's my favorite fantasy football format. I spend way too much time researching and fiddling with my Dynasty teams. It's probably to the point where it's gotten unhealthy, but I love it so much. It's one of my true passions. So it's a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun with it. But I love Dynasty. But we're talking best ball here, so I'll get back to the rookie receiver talk. And it's just we want the guys that are going to be able to really explode at the end of the season. Rookie receivers are still learning the game. It's a huge jump, a huge transition from college to the pros. There's a lot of different things that you're going to have to be learning. Also, I am going to be taking Josh Palmer if he falls here, and he does. We are going to be taking Josh Palmer. He's actually one of the guys I have the highest exposure to. Josh Palmer, I think, is really set to explode this year. He is the wide receiver 3 on the LA Chargers, but they do run a lot of 3 receiver sets. Also, Josh Palmer immediately becomes a top fantasy asset if Mike Williams or Keenan Allen were to go down. On top of that, Josh Palmer started seeing starting snaps closer to the end of last season in those games where he was the starter over who was the starter over there? Jalen Guyton. As soon as he took the starting snaps away from Jalen Guyton, he was putting up like a touchdown a game. It was incredible. I think he had like 15 points. He had double-digit points. Damn, I was hoping Jameis Winston was going to follow me. He had double-digit points almost every single game that he was playing at the end of the year. We're back on the clock. Marvin Jones just got taken. That freaking sucks. Okay. How many receivers we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we can go receiver again. Ooh. I'm going to go a little bit off the cuff. I'm going to bet on the Zach Wilson breakout. Corey Davis. I don't love the pick. I mean, but I expect Corey Davis to be pretty good. He should command a decent amount of targets. Maybe he'll see a spike week here too. Zach Wilson, when he was healthy, was throwing the ball to Corey Davis pretty often. Corey Davis is probably going to be the X receiver on the outside for the Jets. So I expect the Jets to run a decent amount of 3 receiver sets. Actually, I don't know. Because they do have 2 tight ends. They have Uzama and Conklin. Okay, I don't know. I haven't been drafting a lot of Corey Davis, and probably that's the reason. I don't know how the Jets are going to shape up this year. They're a high ceiling, low floor kind of team. Everything relies on Zach Wilson to really take that huge step forward. He has all the weapons in the world. He's got the number 1 running back coming out of college, Breece Hall. He's got Corey Davis, Garrett Wilson, the wide receiver 1, Elijah Moore. He's got Tyler Conklin. He's got Michael Carter. He's got a good offensive line. Got a decent defense. So it's really up to Zach Wilson to make that machine hum. So we'll see if he can take the next step forward. I've probably waited a little bit too long on my second quarterback, and I might be looking to pivot into a second quarterback pretty soon. Hopefully Darrell Williams falls to our next pick, because I like Darrell Williams to exceed his ADP. There's a little bit more correlation with Kyler and Ertz. The Cardinals play. Who do they play in Week 17? Who do the Cardinals play in Week 17? I don't know. I think the Cardinals play at home in Week 17, though. They play in a dome. They play in the NFC West. The NFC West is actually going to be playing the AFC West this year, so we should expect a lot of shootouts in that division. I like it. I'll be taking Darrell Williams if he falls to me, and then probably on the bring back. Damn, I really was not paying attention to quarterback for my second quarterback, but I think it's fine. We took Kyler, so we have an elite option at quarterback. Maybe we'll take Zach Wilson just to pair him with Corey Davis for those just random spike weeks. And if he's not a bad bet to take the jump. I mean, he was drafted second overall last year. He was taking over Trey Lance. He was taking over some of these other quarterbacks that other people really, really like. He's taking over Justin Fields. And he's still down here at QB 23. I kind of like him. If Darrell Williams falls to me first, though, I'm going to take Darrell Williams. If Darrell Williams does get taken, I will take Zach Wilson. But I don't think the guy in front of me is going to be taking Darrell Williams. He already has 6 running backs, and it would be kind of dumb to take a 7th. I like to cap out around 5 running backs. If you're going hero or 0 RB, then I understand the argument for taking 6 running backs. But when you're already betting, all right, Darrell Williams is the pick. When you're already betting on your team to basically be one of the top scoring teams in the entire tournament. So there's 484,000 teams in Best Ball Mania 3. And we're trying to be part of the top 1%. We want to be betting on like one singular outcome where everything works in our way. So that's why you do want to have those hyper correlated teams. You want to have teams where it all goes to shit or it all goes to the moon. And so that's exactly what we're trying to build here. I think when this comes back around, I'm going to be trying to get either Zach Wilson or Ryan Tannehill, whichever one is left at my pick. Hopefully they both don't get taken. Okay, well, that's not a good sign. If Tannehill gets taken, we'll pivot to Jared Goff. Julio. Okay, Julio's another pick I really like. He's actually been creeping up a little bit in ADP. I think that Julio might end up on a team like Green Bay or Indianapolis. And the second that he lands on one of those teams, he's going to immediately skyrocket in ADP. I probably see him going near like the 11th or 12th round. So that's a 4-round jump. That's pretty massive. But hopefully I got my 4th running back, Darrell Williams, which I think will be fine for us. But hopefully Tannehill falls to me. I actually don't have any Tannehill Treylon Burks stacks. So that's going to be a fun one. I have a decent amount of Jameson, Jared Goff stacks. Okay, Jared Goff got taken, so we will be taking Ryan Tannehill. And maybe, just maybe down near the end, how many receivers? We got 8 receivers, so that we got 2 picks left. Maybe we'll be taking Austin Hooper down at the end. I already have 2 pretty good tight ends, but maybe I won't be taking another tight end. I might just take 2 more receivers and just go a 2-4-10-2 build. Just because I have so many rookie receivers. I have 3, which were taken in like decent picks, and Jameson Williams isn't even going to be playing the first 6 games. So maybe just to shore up that receiver position a little bit more behind my 2 studs, AJ Brown and Jalen Waddle, I will grab 2 more receivers just to hope for one of these spike weeks. Actually, maybe I'll go with Johannes's suggestion. I will be taking Wan'Dale Robinson with my next pick if he is available. We'll go either Wandale, and then we'll put Curtis Samuel right after him in the queue. We could even add an AJ Green. Let's see Johannes, what did you say? If RBs and to a lesser extent a tight end's wide receiver's ceiling depends partly on his team's surrounding talent, then how can we capture that? Okay, so this is a great question. I've been asking this myself a lot in my own head, but Hayden Winks actually wrote a pretty good article about this. So RBs, their ceilings actually don't depend on their surrounding talent as much as we think. Running backs actually are the least correlated position in the entire league. So if there's one position that you're not going to have any correlation, it should be running back, because it makes sense from like an intuition standpoint where receivers, tight ends, and quarterbacks are going to be highly, highly correlated. If if a receiver scores a touchdown, 99% of the time, the quarterback's scoring a touchdown too. That's not necessarily the case when a running back is scoring a touchdown. Sometimes he's the sole benefactor of him scoring points. So that's why we've seen seasons where Christian McCaffrey scores like 480 PPR fantasy points and the rest of his team doesn't do shit. So I think if there's any position that you don't have any correlation at, it should be running back. But that's a great question, Johannes. Yeah, that's why like I just hit on probably the most important point when we're drafting best ball teams is we want to be drafting those quarterback, receiver, tight end combos that are very, very correlated. So like I got Ryan Tannehill here. He's playing the Cowboys week 17. I don't think there's any Cowboys guys that are going to be left down here. Wandale got taken, unfortunately. So Curtis Samuel. So the Commanders play the Browns in week 17, and I don't want Curtis Samuel. I don't want any part of Washington other than Antonio Gibson. That pass attack is a real shot in the dark. I've been hearing good things in camp about Isaiah McKenzie. Maybe he could have a spike week or two. Who else is down here? Terrace Marshall. Ooh, John Mechie. Oh, okay. Ooh, okay. We got James Washington down here. Maybe he emerges. I don't know. Because Michael Gallup. I've been hearing reports he might not even play this season. He's definitely starting the year on the pup. I don't know how much he's. LaVisca's down here too. Okay. We've got that. All right. I think I'm going to end my draft with 2 receivers. Are there any guys that I really, really want? I like Mechie. I like James Washington. Mechie might start on the pup as well. All right, I'm gonna draft Isaiah McKenzie. Just because I've been hearing good reports of Isaiah McKenzie playing the slot in camp. And Cole Beasley just left Buffalo. If I'm going to be betting on guys to explode, I'm going to bet on the guys that are in the best offenses. So Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, they're looking like they're on a revenge tour this year. So might as well take a shot in the dark on the wide receiver 3 there, Isaiah McKenzie. Let's see. I'll probably just take one more receiver just to close this out. Are there any Titans receivers that I can get some correlation with in week 17? Because they are playing the Dallas Cowboys, who don't have the best defense. Ooh, I could get some bring back potential with James Washington back down there. And I got my guy Laviska Shenault at the end. The Jaguars play the Texans in week 17. That's a pretty porous defense. Nick Westbrook, Akine. This is pretty dusty down here. All right, fuck it. I'll take my guy that I've always been taking down here at the end of the draft. Where did he go? Where's Laviska? Down here. Here we go. All right, Laviska Shenault will be the 18th and final player on this team. I've been a big believer in Laviska Shenault ever since he joined the league. I actually really wanted the Commanders to draft Laviska Shenault back. I think that was 3 years ago now. He's gotten almost 100 targets in both years that he's been in the league. What the hell? Why did it give me Logan Thomas? Laviska Shenault to my queue. Well, I don't know why that happened, but I guess I don't. Man, I'm upset about that actually. Okay, well, lessons for next time: hit the draft button when you know you want to draft someone. But okay, that concludes our team. I am a big fan of the team that we built on this live stream tonight. They say running backs are highly replaceable in terms of production. That production isn't affected by a quarterback or wide receiver. So what does that mean? I think that means that you want to be drafting. So if you're passing on running backs early, then you want to be drafting handcuff running backs that are a part of high-powered offenses. So that's why I took Darrell Williams in like the 15th round, and that was because he's going to be a part of the Cardinals offense. And so let's say we have to be thinking of scenarios where these players can highly exceed where they're currently being drafted at. So take Darrell Williams, for example. If we think of a scenario where James Conner were to go down, Darrell Williams would immediately be thrust into the starting role. And in that case, he's going to basically be replicating the production that James Conner is seeing. So that's what they mean by running backs are highly replaceable. I know that there's like certain guys that obviously offer a premium at the opportunity that they're receiving, but like take Austin Eckler, for example. If Austin Eckler goes down, Isaiah Spiller is not going to be producing at the same level that Austin Eckler can produce at, but he's going to be giving you like 15, 20 points, maybe even more. So like it's good to bet on players that are part of these really, really high-powered, high-scoring offenses, even the backups, because if a guy goes down, and inevitably guys are going to go down, it's nice to have those guys in your team. So thank you, Johannes, for being our first viewer, our first live stream, and joining us here tonight. This was super fun. I'm definitely going to be doing this more often. I'm super ecstatic for the team that we drafted. I think that this is one of the better teams that I've drafted. I had a few auto drafts. I had a few blunders here and there. But overall, all in all, I'm happy with the team. I'm happy with how this went. I'll only continue to improve as I get more reps. But I think that concludes our stream for tonight. So thank you.